Welcome back. Goodness, do we have a treat for you? We're here with Shannon Stafford, the owner of Momo's Favorite Treats out of Jackson. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. How you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So let's talk about what Momo's Favorite Treats is all about. What are you all about?
So we're a home-style bakery that focuses on fresh, from scratch desserts, specifically ones that you would find like when you were younger at your grandmother's or your mom's house at their kitchen or their table after dinner or something. So those vintage recipes, we use a lot of family recipes. I use a lot of my grandmother's recipes, my aunt's recipes, as well as my husband's grandmother's recipes, and then we come up with our own as well. And then I have an array of vintage cookbooks that I also reference.
Holy cow, that's amazing. I feel like that's such a great, piece of nostalgia that people love when they can bite into something and it just takes them back to a memory. That is awesome. And so how long have you had Momo's Favorite Treats? How long have you been doing this?
So we've owned it for 4 years, but I've been baking since I was like 3 years old.
Wow, that's amazing. So baking has just been your identity then?
It's been like my stress reducer, if you can say, the fun thing that I do.
Right, right. And so then when you opened up Momo's Favorite Treats 4 years ago, did you ever expect to be, doing it for this long? What does that kind of look like for you?
Yes, actually, I would love to be in business forever, and we have a little 1-year-old daughter who's in the bakery a lot and loves to play with sprinkles and cook and play with kitchen stuff, so I hope that one day maybe she wants to do it.
Right, I could imagine that you are really definitely rubbing off on her, and I mean, I feel like kids, when they see treats, they probably are really enticed by that, so that's also super amazing. Let's talk a little bit about what we have in front of us. We have such different items on this table. What do we have here?
So here we have some of our best-selling cookies. We have my grandmother's Brickle Bar cookies. They're a Heath Bar cookie.
Oh gosh.
And then we have a vintage peanut butter cookie.
Wow.
We have our chocolate chip cookie. And then we have our giant chocolate chip cookie sandwiches, which are some of our best sellers at the farmer's market.
Yep.
And we have our funfetti cookie, which is actually a recipe of my husband's grandmother's that I changed a little bit.
Wow.
And then we have our double chocolate peanut butter cookie. We have some eggnog fudge from Christmas in July, because in Christmas we make fudge and vintage Christmas candies.
Wow.
As well as cake pops. We have some apple spice cake, and we have some gluten-free lemon cake cups. And then we have our oatmeal cream pies, which is my grandmother's oatmeal cookies as well.
Oh my gosh, this all sounds absolutely amazing. And this is probably not even the extent of everything that you do. I know that on your Facebook page, I've also seen that you do wedding cakes, like the one that you have here. Talk a little bit about that side of the business.
So my husband and I are also cake artists and cookie artists.
Wow.
And one of my favorite things about owning the bakery is that I get to be a part of people's special occasions and special days. Weddings are one of my favorite things to do. We actually have free wedding consultations for all of our brides that come in. Everything is customized to them so that it's special for their day.
Wow, that I could imagine probably makes the whole wedding, planning process so much easier for the bride and the groom to know that they have that bakery standing behind them. That is super amazing. And so how can people get their hands on some of your delicious treats that you have?
So we are open in our Jackson location on Thursday and Friday, 10 to 5.
Okay.
Saturday, 10 to 2. And then we are at the Cape Riverfront Farmers Market every Saturday from 8 to noon. Or you can message us on Facebook or call the bakery or email us to set up an appointment for a customized cake or customized cookies or cupcakes or pies. And then at Christmas and Thanksgiving, we actually do dinner menus as well for Thanksgiving and for Christmas as well, with all those vintage kind of side recipes as well.
That sounds really good too. And so then for like the cakes, cupcakes, and cookies, it doesn't just have to be for a wedding. You do for any celebration that someone might have, they can reach out to you guys.
Yes.
That is awesome. And so your Facebook page, is that probably the best place to find out the most information about you all?
That or our website, momosfavoritetreats.com.
That's awesome. Well, this all looks so amazing. I know the newsroom is going to have an absolute heyday over all of this. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Of course, on The Breakfast Show too. We'll be back in just a bit.